All right, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 10 o'clock, September 8th, 2020. Yeah, we're starting off with the tropics because we now have Paulette and Rene. That's right. Two tropical storms that we got to deal with once again. It's unbelievable that we're up to the R's and it's only early September. Isn't that crazy or what? And then we have this too 30% chance of cyclone formation in 48 hours with this disturbance here. So that could be the S storm soon enough. Let's take a look at Paulette first of all. And it stays. They pretty much have it staying a tropical storm. Um, but right now it is. I think this could become a hurricane because maximum sustained winds are up to 65 miles an hour. It's 18. It's at 18.7 north, 44.3 west, and it's moving northwest at 8. And they're always underestimating the strength of these storms. So I'm thinking that could indeed become a hurricane. And so we're gonna actually, and then we're gonna look at Rene here. So here's Rene. Rene will fortunately first stay far away from us. They are forecasting this one to become a hurricane. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles an hour. It's moving west at 16, and its location is 16.8 north and 27.9 west. So let's get into these advisories here. Tropical Storm Paulette, first of all. Let's go to Public Advisory number 8 on Tropical Storm Paulette. So Paulette is moving slowly across the central Atlantic as of 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, or 2100 UTC. Its location is 18.7 north, 44.3 west. It's about 1,350 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands, at about 1,230 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds are 65 miles an hour, moving northwest at 8. Minimum sunspot pressure 995 millibars, or 29.39 inches. So that is Tropical Storm Paulette. The maximum sustained winds, they extend outward up to 105 miles from the center. Now let's get to Rene. And Rene is affecting the Cabo Verde Islands. So Rene is pulling away from the Cabo Verde Islands as of 8 p.m. 2100 UTC, located 16.8 north, 27.9 west, about 265 miles west-northwest of the Cabo Verde Islands, and the maximum sustained winds 40 miles an hour, moving west at 16 miles an hour. Minimum sunspot pressure 1,001 millibars, or 29.56 inches. So let's take a look at these storms and look at their satellite current storms here. Tropical Storm Paulette. Here is Paulette. Let's go take a look at Paulette right now. Some big explosions there with convection going on. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Is this Rene right next to it? I'm wondering. I think they are close to each other. I think this is Rene right here. I think that's Paulette and that's Rene. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let me go ahead and they only have. Let's see. No, I think it's two separate ones. They only have Paulette here. But you can see there's a center of circulation here, and then there's something else over here. So I'm wondering if that's Rene. I wish they'd show them. Let me go ahead and look at the NHC map again. Let's do that. I get an idea of where they. No, they're kind of far away from each other. It looks like there's something else by. Alright, so they are kind of far away from each other. Unfortunately, we don't have a look at Rene on this. It's just showing Paulette, I guess. You can see really healthy circulation there. Good amount of convection going on. This thing's going to become a hurricane. That's my opinion on it anyway. Let me get some satellite images here. We'll go back to the. We can also look at the model CF4. They only have something on Paulette, or I don't know anything on Rene. I'll look and see. So this is Paulette. Has continuing its pretty much northwestern direction. All right. Let's see. They have anything on Rene here? Oh, they do have something on Rene. All right. Here's Rene. Tropical depression. Rene, no longer tropical depression. It's now tropical storm. What a crazy season. Well, it's kind of weak, but it looks like it's getting itself together. So it's just starting to get itself together. But look at that. Some really good convection going on. That will definitely intensify for sure. Let's take a look at the models here. Look at this. Kind of, a lot of them just take it and then kind of like loop it a little bit. So that's kind of interesting. So it doesn't look like that's going to come near us. But that is definitely something that's, you know, very interesting to say the least. So let's go ahead and look at some other satellite imagery here. I'm gonna see if we can pull up some of the satellite imagery here. First of all, this is the satellite imagery for our area. You can see a whole bunch of convection going off the Carolina coast there. Let's go ahead. I want to go to a full Atlantic view here, or Caribbean view. Let's see if we can. We have the Atlantic coast, but let's see tropical Atlantic. Okay, let's do this. I want to see the whole thing here, so we can get an idea of where all the storms are at. All right, so here's Rene over here. I mean, here's Paulette, but what's this over here? It looks like there's another storm over here. Unless this all is Paulette. But it looks like two separate storms over here. And then you have Rene over here. And then you have this area. I mean, you have several areas of disturbed weather here. This one they're watching as well to possibly become something. So tropics remain extremely active. I know some people are focusing on what's going on out west with the crazy weather out there. But that's not what we're doing here. We focus on the Atlantic mainly. So, because I know I was watching Joe Chaffee, and he was talking a lot about the West Coast. I'm really not interested. All right, if we're interested in what affects the East Coast. So let's take a look at see what we got. Our temperatures actually aren't that high. Temperatures are actually in the looks like we got some around low 70s. So it's kind of a cool, comfortable night out there. There's a little humidity around. Down to 63 in West Hampton though. Not surprising, but if we turn the dew points around, you'll see that there's a little humidity around. We got dew points in the mid-60s. Nothing too terrible. Nothing too terrible out there at all. Did have some hazy-ish sunshine. I'm guessing the haze might be from the fires out west. Let me go ahead and look at that. Here's the satellite. Yeah. Wow, you can actually see the smoke getting picked up. So there's the smoke. You can actually see, look at that, the smoke getting picked up all the way from here's the smoke from Oh my God. Look at all the smoke. So these fires are absolutely terrible what's going on out there. This is absolutely a terrible disaster that's going on in California. Look at all these I've never seen so much smoke. This is into Oregon now. Oh boy, this is terrible. That's the main story with what's going on out west is these fires and the amount of smoke they're producing. My gosh. Can you believe this? So this is traveling all across the country. So we're probably getting in a little bit of this. It's creating some hazy skies. Unbelievable disaster going on. It's just unbelievable. This is all signs of the coming climate crisis that nobody, and I mean nobody, both parties, none of them are taking seriously. This is really scary stuff here. But anyway, you can see that this drop. So you can see we had a little bit of that haze around, a little bit, not that bad compared to what it looks like Flagstaff, which is over here, is going to be having some really hazy skies too from all this smoke. I have never seen so much smoke in my life. That's unbelievable, and you can see it's being transported in this whole area here. This is the low pressure here. So we're going to go into the models now. And we'll see, this is the storm right here. So this is the storm right here. There's a trough right here. If we go to the upper air, you'll see here. Oh, we have this trough and almost like a cutoff low here. We got a little ridge on the east coast. So we have a upper air pattern here. This is your upper air pattern with the ridge in the east. And that ridge is going to get a little bigger as we get into Thursday and Wednesday. See, this trough just kind of cuts off a little bit. And then we have a trough that's going to dive down for the weekend, or was a trough that was going to dive down for the weekend. What happened to our trough? It's not there anymore. Instead, we got like a flat ridge, and then there's another trough coming. More ridging again? I thought we were going to have a trough. Oh, and here comes, I think that might be Paulette. Coming closer. So that's a little disturbing. Look at how close it's coming. All we need. Now, luckily, it looks like there's a good westerly flow here, but this is as far out as I got. That would either be Paulette or Rene. I'm assuming that would be Paulette. That kind of comes close, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on this for sure. Let me look at the European model. You know, this climate of ours is in such disarray, and nobody's talking about it. So this is the European. There's that trough in the west. We still got the ridge. See a little trough. Yeah, there's like barely a trough coming through for the weekend now. We were supposed to get more of a trough. And this is pretty much out to the 18th here. So we still got the ridging going on. This is not a good pattern to have if you want to have cool air coming into the east, obviously. Um, this climate thing, I'm telling you, nobody's talking about it. Everybody is obsessed with this freaking virus. All right, I'm not going to rant about it, but I put on the news. It's all they freaking talk about. It's ridiculous. We got our major weather disasters going on, continuing. So with what's going on in California, and I'm worried still about the tropical season. So let's go ahead and look at the surface. And move this ahead. And you will see that we're going to have somewhat more of a tropical flow. So tomorrow we'll probably avoid the showers, but Thursday probably see a little more rain. Have this high trying to build in for the weekend, trying to. But again, with that flow aloft, it's going to be hard to push that front south. And then we're back into the tropical flow. And then another stronger high tries to build down from the north on Tuesday and Wednesday, perhaps next week. And here is another high that's going to try to build down. Oh, and this is disturbing here. So we have a high that's over the north. This tropical system coming in. Luckily, it looks like it'll get pushed out, but this pattern could always change, and we could have a sandy situation. Now, imagine if this were to be forced into the East Coast. This looks like every bit of a Category 3 hurricane right here, maybe even stronger. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. This tropical season is not over yet, and I really think we'll see at least one more landfalling hurricane for the United States East Coast, and we're gonna have to keep an eye on it for sure. Very disturbing. Obviously, it's way out toward the end of the period, but it's something to keep an eye on. No pun intended. So let's get a little closer to our area. We'll take a look at our chances for precipitation. We'll go ahead and we'll look at the NAM 12 kilometer first, and then the HRRR. So tomorrow there might be a couple of showers over along the Jersey Shore. I think Long Island stays dry. We might see more showers toward the evening. And then this area will see a much greater chance of showers on Thursday with the cold front. And it looks like it develops a low over us, too. And then we have this high trying to build down and bring us some nicer weather. Let me look at the HRRR and the NAM 3 kilometer. So we'll look at the HRRR first. So HRRR seems to keep the precipitation away from us tomorrow as well. Well, it only goes out till, let me look at the 0Z. I need the 0Z. I'll go a little further. Keeps us dry for the most part. I think we don't see that rain moving in until we get toward Thursday. Okay, so we'll go to the NAM 3 kilometer. NAM 3 kilometer does bring some of it in the afternoon, some light rain in the. Oh, this is Thursday already. Tomorrow. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow's dry. So it would mainly be, tomorrow will probably be mostly dry. It's mainly Thursday that we'd have to worry about. Thursday into Friday, we'd have to worry about the precipitation chances. So let me go back to the NAM 12 kilometer here. And I want to look at the dew points because the GFS is always a little low on the dew points. So we'll look at the dew points on the NAM first because I think the humidity will be coming up in a much more major way tomorrow. Dew points weren't too bad today. Tomorrow they're going to be close to 70, if not above. We got that easterly flow remaining. And then we have more of a southeast flow on Thursday. The good news is that means it won't get too hot. It'll just be humid. And then you can see that drier air, that front trying to get through on Friday. So let me move this over to the GFS here. So we're going to look at the dew points coming down for your Friday. So here are the dew points dropping. Yes, Friday is September 11th, of course. And then by the weekend, we get into that drier air, I think, for Saturday. Maybe it'll even make it down to New Jersey. But then the humidity starts coming back at us on Sunday, Monday. And then we get another front that'll hopefully maybe make it through again and get stuck to the south for Tuesday and Wednesday. But not really a good, strong cold front that makes it all the way through. It's like each cold front will make it through. Look at that. There's the storm right there. You know, I'm very curious about that. Let me go ahead and look at the winds on this thing. I'm sure that's terrible. That is terrible. That's a monster right there. So this is toward the end of the period. We've got to keep an eye on this. If this thing were to make a direct hit on us, this would be a major disaster. Of course, it is very far in the distance, so let's not speculate here. I'm curious if the power even shows it. The power doesn't go far enough out. All right. So let's go look at the temperatures here. That was scary, man. For us, that's ways in the distance, but you know that we are still, as long as we don't have the trough in the east, in the northwest flow, and we have this continued ridging on the east coast, this puts us at risk. So let's go look at the temperatures for tomorrow. Still has us getting up there tomorrow. Has this cooler over the southern tip of Jersey with its, more rain perhaps, but looks like the sun will still come out. We'll still probably make it to 80 tomorrow. Cooler again along the south shore. Thursday a little cooler, obviously with with more cloud cover. Probably going to be in the upper 70s to around 80, maybe 80 in Jersey, but probably not. But tomorrow we probably make it up in the low 80s. Friday we have that front pushing through, so temperatures will probably be in the mid 70s. Here is Saturday. Temperatures down. Saturday should be nice. Temperatures down in the low and middle 70s, so it should be nice and cool on Saturday, and on Sunday too. And then we'll probably see that rain. We have a chance of showers on Sunday with the warm front coming through. And then Monday, we're back into the upper 70s. But no real heat on this forecast. We're done really with the heat. We might see a little humidity here and there. We're done with the heat. Looks like we have some really nice cool days here. And then as we go to the end of the period, there's the tropical system right there. Hopefully it stays out to sea. But that looks like a monster for sure. So that's the GFS air temperatures. Now I guess we'll go and look at the skies. So tomorrow, it does have a lot of clouds around tomorrow, but these probably are high clouds. If we go look at the lower cloud fraction, probably not as many. Yeah, it's mostly high clouds. So we're going to have a high overcast tomorrow. Probably hazy, milky skies, but there'll be some sunshine through it, I guess. Go back to the total. And for Thursday, probably more clouds, thicker and lower clouds. Friday, we'll probably have plenty of clouds, maybe more sun toward the afternoon. Maybe Saturday, we can eke out some sunshine. I have a feeling there'll be some high clouds around, because if we look at the low cloud fraction, yeah, it would probably be mostly high clouds that would be around for Saturday. Try to clear that out, maybe. And then Sunday, we're back in the clouds again, and then we've got another front that we could try to push to the south and maybe have a clear day on Tuesday and Wednesday before the clouds roll right back in on us again. We're just not getting a good strong push. This whole pattern, just not getting a good strong push that goes all the way down to the mid-Atlantic. Because again, you get these flat troughs coming through and the general ridging. It's just, it's going to be hard to get any decent, what I would call cool down or real cool down, because we're still being above normal pretty much. NAM also plenty of clouds, so don't expect any nice skies for the rest of this week. We'll have to see what happens with that. All right, I want to look at a couple of other things here. Severe Prediction Center and our Climate Prediction Center. All right, so here's that critical fire weather going on out there. As far as no severe weather risk for today, probably none for tomorrow as well. And 4 to 8, let's see, day 3. We have a day 3, so this will be Thursday. Just a chance of thunderstorms with nothing severe. Now we'll go and look at the Climate Prediction Center as well. All right, let's look at the 6 to 10 day outlook. So they have us near normal, but the above normal is just to our south. Rainfall, the west remains dry. This is the 6 to 10. 8 to 14 equal chances. So, like I said, we have some cooler air trying to get in, but we don't really have a strong trough, which is going to give us below normal temperatures. And so we'll have to, and the west remains dry, which is going to continue to be a problem. And we got to continue to watch the tropics, of course, because we just don't know what's going to happen with that. It's just we're a ways out with these storms. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. But we've got to watch to make sure, because you get this gentle ridging here. You want to have a good strong trough to kick out these tropical systems. So if I go back to the model here, which we're going to do here in a moment, tropical tidbits. If we go back to the model here, And I actually take this out a little bit. Actually, we'll be able to tell you in a moment if I go to this view here, which where the tropical system, which tropical system it is that it's generating. All right. Is that Paulette? I don't know if that's Paulette. I have to go to an even bigger region here. Let's see. North Atlantic. I'm assuming that's Paulette that's forming. Let me go back and see. I mean, you can see all the tropical storms that are forming here, but I'm assuming it would be Paulette. Yeah, this is Paulette right here. So I'm assuming it would be Paulette, but a whole bunch of tropical systems. There's one looks like one's going to form over there. But we got to watch for. Unfortunately, like I said, all I have is out to the 24th. There's a high building here, and that's good. This should push it out. But if this, for some reason, this high is further east, and you have a block going on, it won't let it go out. So we have to keep an eye on it. Obviously, this is far in the distance. This is the 18Z run of the GFS. But there's just a tremendous amount of activity in the tropics. This season is going to go down in the record books as one of the worst that we've ever seen. And this is part of what we're going to start seeing more of due to climate change. So, again, everybody's freaking out over this virus. I know it's an illness that's, it's a pandemic, but the climate change thing is a much scarier thing that this is the real threat to humanity is climate change, not coronavirus. So that's going to be it for this video. Take care, and thank you for watching.